From Hall, Indiana, we'll go east through Ohio and all the way to eastern Pennsylvania to Minersville, Pennsylvania, and that's where Dave Boris is buried. Dave was one of my troop commanders, one of my captains. Dave was a West Point graduate. I'd known Dave longer than anybody else in the unit. I'd known him since late 2003. Dave was like a little brother, you know. He's like a little brother to me and to other folks. Exemplar is somebody who sets the example, you know, sets the right example. Somebody who is not afraid to be the most vulnerable person in the formation, so to speak, because they are saying, I want you to act. I want you to have the character and competence just like me. And that's what Dave, that was his ethos. He's the kind of officer that you just want to be around. He's the kind of, he exemplifies what a good officer ought to be. I mean, he's exceptionally good at what he does and got competence, the character. He's able to have great relationships with his, you know, with his subordinates, with his peers, and with his leaders. And you know, Dave always had a great way of telling me when he thought I was making a bad decision, or when, you know, giving me the feedback I needed to be a better leader. So he was really good at that. And so Dave and I are very, very close. You know, I'd also gotten to know his wife Jamie quite well, also through this time. So Dave was always willing to go out on the patrols to set the example in some of the toughest patrols that his unit would ever face. Dave would never ask anybody to do anything that he was not fully prepared to do himself. And Dave was commanded by Troop A of the unit, and he was on a combat patrol on November 12th of 2007 when his vehicle hit an improvised explosive device, and Dave was killed instantly. So he was with Adrian Hike in that same vehicle. My command sergeant major and I were both scheduled to visit. We had planned to visit you know, Dave and his unit because they were in a different part of Afghanistan. And we had a significant thing happen up in my area. My command sergeant major went down south to visit Dave and his unit, and yeah, so he was right behind Dave's vehicle when it exploded. There are many ways to support us and to follow our progress. The easiest way is to go to our website, honorride.us, and you'll be able to see all the different ways you can support this endeavor and to follow our progress as we make our way from Spalding, Nebraska, all the way to Arlington National Cemetery.